Nancy Pelosi was giving a press conference yesterday when she was asked a question regarding the allegations against Joe Biden. Now, if you don't know this already, Joe Biden has recently been accused of sexual assault by a woman named Tara Reade, and these days the Democrats are fairly silent about it. This is a stark contrast to 2018 when Brett Kavanaugh was undergoing hearings to become a Supreme Court justice, and Democrats were essentially the champions of Me Too. These days, when it comes to Me Too and allegations against people, if they have a D by their name, Democrats don't care. The D stands for don't care. So Nancy Pelosi's answer here reveals some hypocrisy, and she gives the worst answer possible.
Biden is a concern. How do Democrats square with the idea that they're essentially they're standing by Biden, but they're using a comparatively different standard with Kavanaugh when he demanded a investigation on Justice Kavanaugh, when a very similar allegation came out on him.
Well, let me just say, I respect your question, and I don't need a lecture or a speech. Here's the thing. I have complete respect for the whole Me Too movement. I have 4 daughters and 1 son, and there's a lot of excitement around the idea that women will be heard and be listened to. There is also due process, and the fact that Joe Biden is Joe Biden. There's been statements from his campaign, or not his campaign, but his former employees who ran his offices and the rest, that there was never any record of this. There was never any record. And that nobody ever came forward, or nobody ever came forward to say something about it apart from the principal involved. I am so proud. The happiest day for me this week was to support Joe Biden for President of the United States. He's a person of great integrity, a great concern for the American people. He authored the Violence Against Women Act when he was the chair of the Judiciary Committee in the 90s. He has been an advocate for funding it all along since then. And I believe that he will be a great president of the United States. He is the personification of hope and optimism and authenticity for our country, a person of great values. So I want to remove all doubt in anyone's mind. I have a great comfort level with the situation as I see it, with all the respect in the world for any woman who comes forward, with all the highest regard for Joe Biden. And that's what I have to say about that. Thank you.
So first off, I want to start by saying how rudely Nancy Pelosi answered the question there. She starts off by saying, I don't need a speech. I don't need a lecture. It was a fair question, Nancy. That's quite a rude way to respond to a question. If Donald Trump had done the same thing and answered questions the same way, there would have already been 5,000 articles written about this. They would have been on Twitter saying Donald Trump is raving and ranting on stage. But when it comes to Democrats, nothing. They just the media likes being abused by the Democrats for whatever reason. So into the real meat of my criticism against Nancy Pelosi here, she, essentially waves away the criticisms against Joe Biden by saying, Joe Biden is Joe Biden. Joe Biden is Joe Biden. How could he do these things? Well, Bill Cosby was Bill Cosby. Harvey Weinstein was Harvey Weinstein. Did that stop these people from doing those horrendous acts that they did? I don't think so. Their names shielded them from all criticism, all allegations for years and years and years. And you should know this. I'm sure you have plenty of pictures with Harvey Weinstein, Nancy Pelosi, because he was a big Democratic donor. When it comes to Democrats will protect them at all costs. They will protect them at all costs. So many people have come out and endorsed Joe Biden since these allegations have come out. So many people have said, I believe Joe Biden. You have Stacey Abrams saying this. You have Nancy Pelosi saying this. A lot of other people saying this too. Because when it comes to their own kind, they will protect them no matter what. Nancy Pelosi there says that she wants due process. I think people who are hearing these claims also want due process. The same due process that you were willing to give to Brett Kavanaugh in 2018. What happened to that energy? What happened to wanting investigations? Because when I hear due process, I think of investigations, thorough investigations. We're not getting that here with Joe Biden. Due process hasn't even happened yet. It's barely even begun. The news media is now just recently starting to talk about these claims, despite them being broken nearly a month ago by Katie Halper and then an article later on by Ryan Grimm. So we want due process, Nancy. But when you say due process, I don't actually think that's what you want. I think that you want to protect the Democrat no matter what, for whatever reason. Where's that energy? Where's that same energy from 2018? We just want the same exact thing here. So in these next few weeks, you can expect the Democrats to show their true colors, so to speak. A lot of hypocrisy is going to be revealed. A lot of tweets about, prominent Congress people and senators back in 2018 or 2016 saying that they want investigations for Republicans are now going to champion Joe Biden. They're going to say, I believe Joe Biden. They're going to say, I support Joe Biden. And they're also going to try to play both sides and say, I believe the women. Don't buy that, because they don't. They don't. And if they did believe all women, and if they did want these allegations to be investigated, then they would call for it. But they're not calling for it. They're not calling for an investigation. When the papers from Joe Biden's time in the Senate that he donated to the University of Delaware are, given access for an investigation, then I'll start believing what the Democrats are saying. But that's not going to happen, and I won't hold my breath. Leave a comment regarding your thoughts here on these allegations against Joe Biden and this rude, hypocritical answer from Nancy Pelosi, and subscribe to join the political revolution against mainstream media. Mainstream media, corporate media, they're barely going to talk about this. Independent progressive media is the path forward. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.